Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayfeather 25 RB travel trailer. Picked a cool unit here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things I want you to take into consideration. First and foremost is your slide. Make sure you have enough room for that slide to come in and out unimpeded, and preferably nothing hanging right over top of it. Besides your slide, I want you to think about where your water and electricity hookups are. Your city water connect for campsites is going to be your off camp side all the way to the rear. And toward your off camp side to the rear is going to be your power. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once there, you'll unhook your hitch. Hitchman will go over that with you. Once you have your hitch unhooked, we're going to level your unit. I do recommend getting a stick-on bubble level for the side of your unit. Have someone keep an eye on that. And go ahead and level your unit with your power tongue jack. Down for down, up for up. Matter of seconds, you'll get it level. You do have a docking light here. And if you do lose power up top here, underneath this rubber stopper, this handle will go in and you can hand crank your tongue jack. Speaking of power, when arriving at the campsite, I do like to check my terminals. Make sure my posts are connected well. Once you have your unit level, next thing you do is stabilize your unit. On all four corners of your unit, you have stabilizing jacks. Hand crank 3/4 inch socket, crank it to the right, bring it right down in no time. Excuse me, these ones here, looks like it starts off to the right here. Now you can hook up a drill gun, impact driver, run these down in a matter of seconds. I just recommend when you get low to stop and run it slow. I recommend jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop. And just remember to run this down just until you're taut. You already leveled your unit. These are just going to stabilize you. Go around and hit all four corners. Once you got your stabilizing jacks down, got our unit level and stable, we'll go ahead and go around to the back and hook up your power. You do have a 30 amp service here. Washer to keep that tight. At the end of your 30 amp service, should you need it, is a amperage reducer. That'll bring you from 30 down to 110. That's in your convenience pack. You got your power hooked up. You're gonna go ahead and hook your water up. First and foremost, water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines inside your units. Hook up your city water connect. Hook up the hose, but don't turn on your water yet. We're going to go around to your campsite and find your hot water heater. So over here on your campsite, your water heater. How we're going to do at this point is make sure our drain plug is back in. You may have left this out from the last time you were camping, so make sure that's all the way in there. Then you can turn on your hose. If your hose is ran for a little while, you're going to pull up here on this pressure release valve. You're going to let air out. Right now we got water in the unit. You let air out until you get a nice steady flow of water like that, and then you know your hot water heater is full and you can light it from inside. Here is a power switch. Only turn that on if you're hooking up to 110. Any other time, turn on your hot water heater from inside. Now if you're going camping and you're not hooked up to city water, dry docking on your campsite, potable water. Simply hook the hose up and fill that up. Do the same thing to your hot water heater. Bleed the air out of the lines until your hot water heater is full, and you can light that from indoors again. However, when using your potable water is when you're going to want to use turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. It's already pressurized. We got our water and electricity hooked up. I'm going to go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit, show you a few other things. Of course, you have your huge awning here. We'll run that out here shortly when I go inside. Your outdoor speakers. This is a vent to the back of your microwave. Access panel to the back of your fridge. This is your furnace heat release. If you have your furnace running, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm. Again, your potable water. Bring TV outside. There's a couple of 110s and your satellite and cable hookup. Again, your hot water heater. Come up here is your huge pass-through storage. You have a light in here. Accent light for underneath. Tire pressure. 110 out here. Coming around to your front of your unit, there's your cover for your propane tanks. Do you want to mention on your propane tanks you have a regulator? Simply point this handle to whichever tank you wish to use. Lefty loosey to open. Again, your battery. This is prepped for solar, so if you hook up a solar panel right there, it'll trickle charge your batteries. Great idea if you're a dry docker. This is your battery disconnect. That'll show off all the battery power to the unit. It's going to come in important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide detector. Your slides, I do want to mention, these are called wipers on your slides. They have a wiper fluid, actually it's called, and that's going to keep these very viable. Recommend grabbing some of that from our store. That's going to extend the longevity of your slide wipers. Your gray holding tank and your low point drain, which will be easier to access when your slide's closed. The other gray tank handle and your black tank. You have an outdoor shower here, your city water connect, and your black tank flush for when we leave the campsite. In the back of your unit you have your ladder. Go up and check your seams, caulk as needed. Your unit is also prepped for a Furrion backup camera. It's a device that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. Allows you to electronically communicate with this, giving you a backup camera for the unit. You have your spare battery, spare tire with the cover. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's take a look on the inside. Alright, coming inside your unit here, make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows where the fire extinguisher is. By the entry doorway. In case of emergency, everyone should know where that's at. Up here to your right as you come in, it's going to be your slide in and out. I've already got it out. We'll run it in here shortly. Here's your awning extend. Remember, just run your awning out until your flap falls down to 90 degrees. Here's your awning light. Here's your water pump. Turn on if you're using potable water. Turn on your water heater for gas here, electric here. Your brand new battery, your tanks, living room lights. There's that control panel. Over here to the right, behind your left as you come in the doorway. This is a template if you ever decide to get this wired for solar. Leave that on there so the techs know where to go in at. And also by your entry doorway is your smoke alarm. Coming right into your left is going to be your thermostat. Hit your mode to fan, to air conditioning, to furnace. I'll leave that on for a second. You hear it kick on. There it goes. Turn that to off. Down at the bottom, here's your 12 volt carbon monoxide detector. The reason I mention this 12 volt is if you're going to be gone for the day and you're not hooked up to power. It's going to keep your batteries charging. Use your battery disconnect so this doesn't run your battery down. It only runs off your battery, not your power. Come around the living room, some lighting. I call these recliners parachute pull, because that's really what it's like. Your mechanism is parachute pull. Pull up on that and it gives you a full chaise lounge. Use your feet to push it back. No storage for remote. You can remove those legs on the table. Set the tabletop on these lips right here. Use your back cushions and this whole thing will lay down nice and flat. Your lighting for all up here is here. Use your remote for your TV. Shut that off. Remote for your RV sound system. You can play your music indoors, outdoors, or both. Right now it's on Bluetooth. Just change the mode to radio. Coming up to your Furrion fridge. All your controls for running that are right there. Self-explanatory microwave. Now coming to your oven here, you do have a nice panel light. You notice when you turn this to gas, it turns red. Hit your spark to the left and there's your flame. It'll always show you what burner's on as well. You have a little pop-up 110 and USB ports. Push that little red button back in. Push it down the store or just pop it right back up. Great spot for a coffee pot. Plumbing to maintain. Just keep an eye on your sinks. Coming back into the bedroom. Here's your lighting. USB ports. Individual lighting here. In the ceiling you do have a hand crank open vent. They're putting your covers on those right now. Here's also hooked up for a television, 110 cable. Come back out into your unit. I think we about covered everything in here. I will walk into the bathroom and show you that at your sink here is where you have your 110 with your GFCI reset. Lighting and fan. Alright, that about covers everything on the outside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite. First thing you want to do is make sure nothing is going to impede your slide from coming in. Come up here to your control panel, hit retract. Gonna run your slide in. As I said, just make sure nothing's on the floor, nothing's in the way to impede your slide from coming in. It takes a matter of 20 seconds or so. Once your slide's in, we shut off all the lights throughout the unit and head on out. Closing your solid steps. Make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Lift these up. Softly set it in here and lock that in. Close your door, lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn this handle and your door is secure. Next thing we're going to do, come to your hot water heater, pull your drain plug, feed your lines out first, and then pull your drain plug. Go around, bring up all of your stabilizing jacks, all four corners. Then come around here, open up this low point drain, come to the rear of the unit, all the way around to the front here, and pull those, open up those low point drains. It's at the very rear of your unit, right by your Quick Connect LP which you can use on bumper grills that they sell. So empty your low point drains, hook your unit up, and head on up to the dump station. Up at the dump station, you take this sewage hose, you're gonna hook it up here, and you're gonna pull your black holding tank handle. Pull the black handle. When it sounds like your sewage is no longer draining, you're gonna go ahead and again, with your water pressure regulator hooked up, go through your tank flush. Hook the sewage hose or hook the water hose up at the dump station. Turn this on and run this for about 5 minutes with your black handle open. What that's going to do is it's going to wash out your black tank. As soon as you're done with that, unhook this hose, close your black handle, pull that gray handle. After that gray handle sounds like it's no longer draining, come up here to your last gray holding tank. Those are going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's going to wash your sewage hose out good for you. Unhook it, come to the rear of your unit, open up your bumper and store your sewage hose right inside there. Nice, convenient, sanitary place. Alright, we thank you for your purchase of this Jayfeather. We hope you guys enjoy this for many years to come. Happy camping.